Unit 2, Radiating Elements and Arrays. Part 1. So first is the short dipole. So what is short dipole? It is a simple wire antenna. One end of it is open circuited and other end is fed with AC source. This dipole got its name because of its length. Then the frequency range. The range of frequency in which short dipole operates is around 3 kHz to 30 MHz, and this is mostly used in low frequency receivers. Now the next is construction and working of short dipole. So the short dipole is a dipole antenna having the length of its wire shorter than the wavelength. A voltage source is connected at one end while a dipole shape is made, that is, the lines are terminated at other end. Voltage source, here diagram is given where voltage source is connected at one end and the dipole shape is made, that is, the lines are terminated at the other end. So this circuit diagram of short dipole with wavelength L is shown in this diagram. It is shown the actual size of the antenna does not matter, and the wire that leads to the antenna must be less than 1/10 of the wavelength. So the formula for this is equal that L is less than lambda by 10. Where now what is L? L is the length of the wire of the short dipole. So here L is given. Lambda is wavelength. Now another type of the short dipole is infinitesimal dipole whose length is far less than its wavelength, and its construction is similar to it but uses a capacitor plate. So next is infinitesimal dipole. So a dipole whose length is far less than the wavelength is infinitesimal dipole, and this antenna is actually impractical. Here the length of the dipole is less than even the 15th part of the wavelength. So the length of the dipole delta L is less than lambda, where lambda is the wavelength. So delta L is equal to lambda by 15. This is infinitesimally small dipole as its name implies, that is, it is very small. As the length of this dipole is very small, the current flow in the wire will be dl, and these wires are generally used with capacitor plates on both sides. As the length, these wires are generally used with capacitor plates on both sides where low mutual coupling is needed. Because of the capacitor plates, we can say that uniform distribution of the current is present. Hence, the current is not zero here. The capacitor plates can be simply a conductors or the wire equivalents, and the fields radiated by the radial currents tend to cancel each other in the far field, so that The far field of the capacitor plate antenna can be approximated by infinitesimal dipole. Then the next is radiation pattern. Then the next is radiation pattern. The radiation pattern of a short dipole and infinitesimal dipole is similar to half wave dipole. If the dipole is vertical, then the pattern will be circular. The radiation pattern is in the shape of figure of 8, that is figure of 8 pattern when viewed in two-dimensional. Then this figure shows the radiation pattern of short dipole antenna, which is omnidirectional pattern. So particularly in the field of fiber optic, laser and integrated optics, the term radiation pattern may also be used as a synonym for the near field pattern or Fresnel pattern. This refers to the positional dependence of the electromagnetic field in the near field. The far field pattern of the antenna may be determined experimentally at an antenna range, or alternatively the near field pattern may be found using a near field scanner and the radiation pattern deducted from it by computation. The far field radiation pattern may be represented graphically as a plot of one of the number of the related variables, including the field strength of the constant, radius, the power per unit solid angle and the directive gain. Very often only the relative amplitude is plotted, normalized either to the amplitude on the antenna or to the total radiated power. Since electromagnetic radiation is dipole radiation, it is not possible to build an antenna that radiates coherently equally in all directions. Although each hypothetical isotropic antenna is used as a reference to calculate the antenna gain. The simplest antenna, monopole, and the dipole antenna consist of one or two straight metal rods along a common axis. So the simplest antenna, monopole and dipole antenna consist of one of two straight metal rods along a common axis, and these axially symmetric antenna have a radiation pattern with a similar symmetry called omnidirectional patterns, and they radiate equal power in all directions perpendicular to the antenna, with the power varying only with the angle to the axis, dropping off to 0 on the antenna's axis. So in most of the antennas, the radiation from the different part of the antenna interfaces at some angle. The radiation pattern of the antenna can be considered an interference pattern. This results in zero radiation at a certain angle, where the radio waves from the different parts arrive out of the phase, and local maxima of radiation at other angles where the radio waves arrive in phase. So the radiation plot of most antennas shows a pattern of maxima called lobe at various angles separated by nulls at which the radiation goes to 0. So the larger the antenna is compared to a wavelength, the more lobes will be there. So this diagram shows the short dipole antenna radiation pattern. Next is the advantages. So ease of construction due to a small size. Power dissipation efficiency is higher. There are some disadvantages. The following are the disadvantages of the short dipole antenna. So one is the high resistive losses. Next is the high power dissipation and low signal to noise ratio, and the radiation is low. And then the last disadvantage is not so efficient. So these are the disadvantages. Now the applications of the short dipole antenna. These are used in narrow band application, also used as an antenna for the tuner circuit, and the popular and most widely used short wire antennas. Then the next is a finite length dipole. So the technique developed previously can be used to analyze the radiation characteristic of the linear dipole of any length. To reduce the mathematical complexities, it is assumed that the dipole has a negligible diameter. So current distribution for this, that is for a very thin dipole, ideally zero diameter, the current distribution can be written to a good approximation. Formula for this is given here. This distribution assumes that the antenna is center fed, current vanishes at the end point, and experiments have verified that the current in a center fed wire antenna has sinusoidal form which nulls at the end points. Next is half wavelength dipole. So one of the most commonly used antennas is half wavelength dipole. That is, here length is half, so L is equal to lambda by 2 dipole, because its radiation resistance is 73 ohm, which is very near 50 by 75 ohm characteristic impedance of some transmission line. Its matching to the line is simplified, especially at resonance. So, the electric and magnetic field components of half wavelength dipole can be obtained from this equation, which is given below, and the time average power density and radiation density is also equation for this power density and the radiation density is also given here. The dipole antenna is cut and bent for effective radiation, and the length of the total wire which is being used as a dipole equals the half of the wavelength, that is lambda by 2. Such an antenna is called as half wavelength dipole antenna, and it is most widely used antenna because of its advantages. These antennas, it is also called as Hertz antenna. The frequency range of the frequency in which the half wave dipole operates is around 3K to 300 gigahertz, and this is mostly used in radio receivers. Its construction is that it is normal dipole antenna where the frequency of its operation is half of its wavelength, hence it is called as half wave dipole antenna. The edge of the dipole has a maximum voltage, and this voltage is alternating in nature. At the positive peak of the voltage, the electrons tend to move in one direction, and at the negative peak the electron move in the other direction, and it in the opposite direction. So the cumulative effect of these produce a varying field effect which gets radiated in the same pattern which is produced on it. So the output would be an effective radiation following the cycles of the output voltage pattern. So half wave dipole radiates effectively. Now the radiation pattern means the radiation pattern of this half wave dipole is omnidirectional in the H plane, and it is desirable for many applications such as mobile communication, radio receiver, etc. The radius of the dipole does not affect its input impedance in this half wave dipole because the length of this dipole is half wave and it is the first resonant length. An antenna works effectively at its resonant frequency which occurs at its resonant length. Next is the advantages of this antenna. So the advantages of these half wave dipole antennas are, the first advantage is that input impedance is not sensitive. It matches with the transmission line impedance. It has a reasonable length, and the length of the antenna matches with the size and directivity. Then there are some disadvantages also. It not match effective due to the single element. It can work better only with a combination. There are some applications of half wave dipole antenna, that is, it is used in radio receiver, also used in television receiver, and when employed with others, these are used for wide variety of application. Then the next is, this is all about the half wave length dipole antenna. Also, a folded dipole is an antenna with two conductors connected on both sides and folded to form a cylindrical closed shape. To feed to which feed is given at the center, and the length of the dipole is half of the wavelength. So it is half wave folded dipole antenna. Now frequency for the half wave folded dipole operates in around 3K to 300 GHz, and it is mostly used in the television receiver. Now this half wave folded dipole antenna, it is commonly used with the array type of antenna to increase the feed resistance, and most commonly used one with Yagi-Uda antenna. So the antenna uses an extra conducting element, that is a wire or a rod, when compared with a previous dipole antenna, that is half wave length dipole antenna, and this is continued by placing a few conducting element in parallel with insulation in between in array types of antennas. So if the diameter of main conductor and folded dipole are same, then there will be a 4 folded, or we can say 2 times of the squared one increase in feed impedance of the antenna, and this increase in feed impedance is the main reason for the popular usage of this folded dipole antenna. Due to the twin lead, the impedance will be around 300 ohm. The radiation pattern of the half wave folded antenna is same as that of the half wave dipole antenna. The radiation pattern of the half wave folded dipole antenna, which is omnidirectional pattern. The half wave folded dipole antennas are used where optimum power transfer is needed and where the large impedance are needed. This folded dipole is the main element in Yagi-Uda antenna, and this antenna has been used extensively for the television reception over the last few decades. So this is all about the half wave length dipole antenna and half wave folded dipole antenna. So in the next lecture we will see the remaining part.